For Quick Tip Tuesday this week, we're talking about power development during the mini off season in May. So there's a few ways that we do our general power development at RSP, and we're going to look at a couple of them today. So first, we're going to start off with something that's a little sexier. We're looking at VBT and using a bar speed analyzer to measure how fast we're moving the bar. So here, we're not going to tell an athlete how much weight to put on the bar, but we're going to tell the athlete how fast we want the bar to move. And then we have an iPad set up to where we can see the numbers each time, and we're looking at a bar speed in meters per second. So in this case, to move the bar adequately, fast enough without flying up too fast and bring us off the bench with something like a bench press, we'll use some accommodating resistance like a band. Other great thing about a band is at your weakest points, it has less resistance and it tightens up as you get to your stronger points. So when we go to something like a bench press, we are going to go through speed, and we want each rep done individually, and we're trying to get a certain number. So for something like this, I'll get set up. This weight should be pretty light for me. Get set up in my strong position, down fast, up fast. Trying to throw the ball through the ceiling. We're going to keep those reps low, and again, we're going to monitor the weight based off the speed of the bar. So if I'm above my range, my speed range, I'm going to add weight. If I'm below that speed that I want to be at, I'm going to take weight away. So that will dictate the weight. Next thing we're going to look at is something like a weighted jump, really any type of jump that we do. Here we have a plyo mat that we use a lot. We just want to see the number. Again, it's some of this competition against ourselves, more or less, and then we can also track progress to say, hey, can I go up in weight if I'm doing something like a dumbbell squat jump and get the same score? Can I get off the ground faster if we change the contact time? So that's where we'll use a weight of this mat here. Load up, jump, get the number. We can also use dumbbells here. And just do a regular vertical jump. Again, trying to get a certain percentage of our vertical there and letting the number dictate the weight. Or we can start off the mat and try to do something like kind of jump off and see how fast I can go to develop contact time there. Last thing we do, especially for those 3 planes of motions like we talked about last week, would be a med ball throw. Not going to actually throw it, but basically we use a few things like a lateral power throw, loading that back hip, trying to feel that hinge motion, keeping that hinge as long as possible, throwing the ball against the wall as hard as we can. Basically, the only cue there is not try to knock the wall down. We might do a shot put throw as well. We'll also do some type of overhead throw, especially for our pitchers. Developing more of like a fast switch movement with the lat as one of the accelerators in arm action is really important. So we'll do something like a step, be able to throw, get that full stretch, get some back extension, be able to whip down either in a slam motion, so here, slamming the ball on the ground, or actually stepping and throwing. Of course, there's 1,000 different things you can do with medicine ball or with any different power exercises getting ready for baseball, but those are a few that we like to use in this May mini off season.